We're here with Max Barcelona. You helmed on the port side alongside Dean Barker today. Bit of a late dock out, some decent breeze and flat sea, perfect for some sail testing and some pre-starts and a couple of races at the end. Tell us how it went.
Yeah, it was a pretty good day on the water. Like we were having a good breeze at the beginning to test the J1, and after that the wind increased a bit, so we were testing the J2, and yeah, it was a very nice day to test sail. The wind was not shifting it a lot, so yeah, it was an interesting day.
Yeah, so two new sails, the J1.5 and the J2.4. Those are the two jibs. What are you trying to achieve with these new iterations?
We try to find the best sail to put it on the 75 for the end of the year.
And other than the two jibs, you also had a new mainsail today, the M14. You swapped crews after two stints between the two boats. What difference did you notice between the two mainsails?
Yeah, so the goal of the session is as well to mix the crew for the boats, to have a different feeling. And yeah, it was interesting to see the difference. Like we did not know really if it's about the jib or the sail, so we will need some measurement tonight.
But you don't know what those differences were?
To be honest, I was really focused on the foil and foil to have the same settings as the other boat to find a good difference. So I will speak tonight with the trimmer.
You helmed with Dean Barker today. We last saw him back in early December. How did he go sailing with him?
It's very good to have him on board. Like it's changed a lot compared to Phil. So it's making a new situation on the pre-start and on the races, and I think it's a big plus for us to have him here.
Yeah, we noticed a little bit of a difference in the pre-starts. They seemed pretty aggressive, and the first time we've really seen you pushing to the left side of the start. Is this something that Dean is pushing on?
I think we were just more like having different style of racing, and it's for that we were more exploring the left part of the start, and I think we will learn a lot about that.
And the last windward mark rounding of the last race, you got there just ahead and tacked around, but you fell off the foils. Can you tell us what happened?
Yeah, it was a bit misunderstanding between Dean and me, and it's more about communication side, and yeah, we still need to improve. Me, my English, and him hearing maybe a bit better on that, and yeah, so it's good.
Can you tell us what Dean's plan was at that mark rounding?
I think Dean didn't know really that the boat was coming on port because I was not explaining it, and so it's more about me explaining him and taking the wheel to do the better maneuver as possible.
Over there. Three, two, one, start.
Milan, trimmer on Team INEOS Britannia, today trimming on the port side of boat A. Then we're talking out today, first part of the day with very shifty offshore winds, very patchy, very unstable. You were sailing with the LEQ12 jib today, the J2 at the beginning of the day. Can you tell us a little bit which are the differences?
I mean, they're very subtle, to be honest. They're obviously the same you know, kind of targeting the same wind range as the One Design J2. Yeah, they're just very subtle differences, like that you kind of notice when you're trimming, but like not huge differences between the two.
For those kind of conditions in which you have to spend a lot of time looking out of the boat, do you prefer any of the two jeeps in particular?
No, and it's early days, and today wasn't really you know, a good day for testing that. It was so shifty, and the breeze was, you know, obviously establishing itself, and when it did, it was straight out of range. So, you know, it was a day of just a lot of trimming and a lot of, you know, mode changing, yeah, so it was really difficult to get a true picture of how it's performing.
Do you consider you have already gathered enough data for the sales designer to validate their models?
I mean, I think we've still got more to do just to fully establish it. We obviously kind of, you know, tweak it a little bit and kind of and play around with it as well, and make sure we learn everything as possible. It's not just kind of a, you know, set and forget, as it were. You're trying to kind of learn, you know, all of the corners of all the jibs to see how well they go through the range and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, there's plenty more to be done.
Then moving into the second part of the day, when we had stronger winds, both boats sailing with the One Design J3s, and when boat handling and maneuver becomes a lot more important. Could you please describe which is the step-by-step process you follow whenever you're going to roll into a jibe?
Into a jibe?
Yeah.
As a trimmer, like, well, it depends if you're trimming into the jibe. It's just trying to keep the heel right so that you get the board nicely into the water and transitioning the load onto that board, and then basically you hand the trim over to the opposite side and go straight into your jib trim so you get a good landing position for the jib on the exit for the other side of the jibe. So, and then in reverse, when you're landing, you're just looking to pick up the traveller and seeing where it's got to into the manoeuvre, and transitioning it to a good land position for the conditions, and making sure that you get a good kind of stable roll control on the exit of the jibe.